Hi. So I chose this for my existentialism project because I wanted to have more insight on what a lot of my friends thought about the inherent meaning to life and how their everyday day to day tasks even relates to that. So to determine if that meaning or lack of meaning has any effect on how they end up living their lives day to day.
So, yesterday, Monday, April 8th, I woke up at 5:55.
Yesterday, I woke up at around 11:30 and I made breakfast. I think it was a bagel with cream cheese and coffee.
I woke up, watched like 3 episodes of a show on Netflix that my mom called while I was still in bed.
Okay, so yesterday, basically I woke up at 8:30. I had Reese's Puffs breakfast cereal. I had two bowls, and then
I woke up and then got up at like 10:30 to go get brunch at my favorite brunch place. And as I pulled in, they told me that the power was out and that I couldn't get any brunch.
So yesterday I woke up about 9, got ready, and went over to I Am Circle to do some research within the kin department.
I woke up at 4 p.m. and I was hungover.
It was kind of like a lazy day for me. Nothing too special, just like trying to get over being hungover and being tired all day.
Packed my bags and went over to Blue Owl Coffee to study for a couple of hours.
I went to church. It was very sad because Michigan State's not in the national title game.
studied for the MCAT. I studied physics and chemistry section until around 5 p.m.
And then I went back to bed, watched another episode on Netflix.
Back to sleep. I was supposed to wake up and go to class, my 9:10 to 10 class, but I slept in, so I woke up at 10:15 and
But then my roommate told me not 15 minutes later that the power did go back on. So that was fun because I could have gone if I would have just waited a little bit longer.
Went to Starbucks, and then I went back home and
Watched One Planet, which is a nature documentary.
Oh, again?
Yeah.
Thirsty for a Coke, and I was like, "Did you drink my bottle of Coke?" Because I'm pretty sure she stole it, but she won't admit it. So I just went to QD and I got 2 Cokes and some Coca-Cola flavored gummies, and I ate all of the gummies in one sitting.
a bunch of friends came over and we went rollerblading, and then after we went rollerblading we went to the Beaumont Tower and played spike ball and threw the frisbee around. Super nice day outside. We just enjoyed the weather.
Then I got up around 5:30 and brushed my teeth, curled my hair, texted my friend to see if she would pick me up to go to a meeting at 7, and
A
then
nap. Then I went to work. Do I have to describe what I do at work?
I saw my friend Julian. He asked me if I wanted to go to the library with him. I went to the library with him.
My friend was having a bunch of people over to play FIFA, and I stayed in my room while they did that.
An hour doing that. We happened to run into Tom Izzo on the street, and that really lifted our spirits.
Tried out mint flavored ice cream because I don't even like mint, but I tried it anyway and it was actually really good. And then I went home.
Drove for about an hour till we went to Wendy's, ate Wendy's.
Show on Netflix. I watched a movie called A Highwayman. It's about Bonnie and Clyde. Pretty much just spent my day watching movies. Took a nice nap in between, I think from like 5 to 6.
And I watched Forensic Files.
I ate pizza. Delicious.
She watched something, and then I watched Forensic Files, and then she watched something, and then I watched more Forensic Files.
Almost hit a construction worker who was about to throw himself in front of our car.
And then we smoked until we got all really, really high. And then I left. And then
I actually finished it the other day. I was waiting for the last episode, which is Forrest, which is my favorite part, and they kept interrupting me. So like when Forrest started, I locked my door so I could focus.
but then I decided to take a little nap. And then I went over to my friend Hannah's house and I ate 2 hot dogs, a tomato, and crackers and cheese.
Came home and we watched Sabrina that came on because it just started coming on like a week ago.
And then Ben dropped me off at my class at the nursing college, and we learned about stroke.
For an hour after Bible study, I went to the hot tubs with my friends, and then after the hot tubs, I stayed up and talked with my roommates until about midnight, and then I took a shower and went to bed.
And then I went home, took a shower, and went to bed.
I came back, unlocked my apartment, and went straight to bed.
At 10:30, went to bed, watched another episode on Netflix, watched more Netflix, and then I went to, actually fell asleep, and then 2 hours later, I woke up, ate some goldfish, went to the bathroom again, watched more Netflix, and then fell asleep for the day.
I came home and worked on a project and watched Gilmore Girls on Netflix, and then went to sleep.
That, and then went back home, went to bed, and then got up this morning.
Pretty good day, to be honest.
Yes, I do think there is a meaning to life, and I think it is to spread positivity and make the world a better place.
I think there is an inherent meaning to human life. I think God exists, so I think He created us with the purpose of worshiping Him and being good people on the earth until we die.
I do think that there is a meaning in life. Yes, I do think that there is a meaning to human life. I am Christian, so I do believe that we're kind of here to live out our lives, but I also think we're kind of here as like a test of human kindness, and we're failing at it, by the way. But I think our whole existence, when I was younger, I thought our whole existence was to love God, but now I think it's that, but I think it's also like you discovering who you are and kind of like seeing what other people are like and kind of just getting this it's not like a hive mind, but I think getting like this outwardly perspective. So I think life is just a culmination of experiences. And I think the point of life is just to experience everything you can.
Life has an inherent meaning. If not, I think it would be pretty depressing. And I say that because I think God puts us in really specific places at specific times and shows us how big of an impact the very small coincidental moments can have on our life, and we're supposed to spend that life, figuring out what it means to us, what we're gonna do with it, what we're striving towards, what the end goal is, because unfortunately we are all gonna die at some point, and you have this one life and you just need to figure out what it's gonna mean to you, and then what you're gonna do with it in response to that.
I do think there is a meaning to life. I think the meaning to life is to live your life by giving away yourselves to other people and to eventually get into heaven. And I think you do that by giving people your time, by giving people your money, by giving people your words, by texting people, letting them know that you love them, and by showing them actions of love each and every day as much as you can. And I think the meaning of life relates a lot to Christianity and how we're supposed to live as Christians by living to give ourselves away to others and fulfilling the role as Christian disciples by eventually getting to heaven.
I do believe life has an inherent meaning. I kind of believe everything happens for a reason. Everything you do, there's some reason as to why you do it or why you chose to do it. But I do think everyone takes a different take on their life, just of how they were raised. Some were probably raised in a family where, I don't know, everything was so structured to where everything was kind of laid out for you, and what your parents did growing up, that's what you do growing up, and that's why you're doing what you're doing. Whereas others, they kind of take on, they believe that they're their own person and that they're, I don't know how to word this, but yeah, so no, I think everyone has a different meaning.
No. I'm not very sure why humans were put on this earth, and I don't think anyone at my age could figure that out, ever know, but I'm still searching for my personal meaning on this earth. And I've started my degree in nursing because I think I was put here to just try to help people as much as I can.
I feel like there is no purpose to human life. We're all kind of just walking around waiting to die, and the best way that we know is, because we have a lot of time between now and when we die, is to, like, you know, just try and fill up that time and try and do good in the world. Because, like, you know, if you're gonna be around, you might as well do good. So I feel like that's what we do. We try to develop and evolve, and we try to move forward, and we try to pass that on to people in the next generation so that they can do it. So that once we die, like, you know, what we did doesn't get left behind. It kind of just gets built on and evolved on, kind of a pyramid. Always stacking, always rising.
I don't believe that human life has an inherent meaning. I'm from Turkey, and my country is mainly Muslim, but I'm not a religious person at all. Like, I don't believe in religion. It just doesn't click with me. I'm more of like the science side I'm more of a science side person. I just believe, like, you know, how if, like, I've watched a lot of documentaries in my, like, free time about, like, you know, nature and life and all that stuff, and, like, that's what makes more sense to me than religion. So I really don't think human life has meaning. It's just like, you know, like, it's evolution. Before us there was life. After it there's gonna be life. I don't think there's really meaning. We're just here to live it.
Do you believe the only plausible meaning to life would be religion?
No. So this is my thing. Like, if someone told me right now, yo, I'm glad never there's a guy who can walk on water and turn his blood into wine, I'd be like, come on, like, get the hell out of here. I'm like, I just don't get, like, how. No, I just can't grasp the idea of religion. Like, I don't know how people believe in it.
I don't think that human life has an inherent meaning. I don't think that there's, like, one set path for people. I think that you have free will and you can choose to do things or not do things, and I don't think that there's any real reason for why people do what they're doing, if that makes sense. Like, no end game or end goal. I think that you just kind of walk through life, and that's all I got. I think that you just kind of walk through life, and that's all I got.
Oh, no, I do not think anything I did yesterday really related to the way I view life. Was that the right way to answer that?
What I did yesterday. I wasn't mean to anybody, and I think the MCAT is a stepping stone to hopefully eventually becoming a doctor, and then you can be a positive influence when you do become one.
So do you think being a positive influence relates to your idea of the meaning to human life?
I think the idea of going to your full potential, so becoming a doctor isn't an easy task. So if you're capable of doing it, I think you have the responsibility to be able to do that. And then once you do, not only help people, but, like, you obviously make some money as a doctor, so you should use that inherent ability in math or, like, whatever. People who are blessed with random things or good things, and those people have a responsibility to people who are less so. So if I was in a burning building and I couldn't escape, and someone with a great lung capacity comes around and sees me dying, he should probably pick me up.
So you believe that God gives certain people certain blessings in order for them to grow into those blessings and help other people?
Yeah, that's a good way to say it.
Did I think anything yesterday had anything? Yes, okay. So I did experience heartache because I didn't get brunch. So, because I'm one for tradition, so I always do the same thing every weekend. I always go to brunch. So yesterday was an experience because I didn't do that. And I don't know, it's just like, I had to deal with that. I had to deal with my roommate possibly stealing my Coke. We actually argued, like, yelling about it. And I feel like, in a way, I experienced some new things, and I just, like, now for the next few days or however long into the future, my whole life will be a culmination of experiences, and who knows, maybe today's or Saturday's or yesterday's experiences will kind of impact that. Who knows?
So I definitely believe God puts us in, very specific places at specific times, and has a plan for almost everything we do. Because yesterday, when I was crossing the street, really frustrated, couldn't find, this NCAA tailgate fan fest event in the middle of Minneapolis, I looked up and lo and behold, who I see is Coach Tom Izzo crossing the street, and almost brought to tears by seeing my coach after such a tough game. But we almost crossed the street, we almost took a different way, we almost went back to the car and we're done for the day. But just by crossing one street at one specific time, at one moment in time, we got to see our coach, which just made our whole day, made the whole trip, and really turned our mood around, turned our, spirits and feelings about this weekend around. And we knew that, by seeing him, be okay after a tough loss, we could be okay. And that coincidental moment will be one of the best memories from this trip that I'll have with me forever.
So, do you believe God is responsible for every decision that you make?
I think God sets up multiple doors and opens them, and we have to decide which one to walk through.
I think my meaning of life relates to what I did yesterday. By just the things I did regarding my faith and how I woke up and had morning prayer. I had a household meeting in my Christian household, and we all had dinner together, and how spending time with each other builds those relationships and lets other people know that I love them. And even at work, we were able to have conversations about abortion and how there is a right and wrong, and how there should be a right and wrong to a lot of things, and living to give my life away to others. I picked up two of my friends for Bible study because they weren't able to have rides, and so I was using my resources to take them the things that they wanted to be at. And also just spending time with my friends, even at the hot tubs or at household meeting or getting coffee. I think spending time with someone means a lot to them, and really fulfills how we're supposed to live and the meaning of life.
So, do you think other people are key to what you believe the meaning to human life is?
Yes. I think, we're set on this earth to love others, and I think,
I don't know, my flat out meaning is that whatever you want, you work for. And so the things I did yesterday are kind of contributing. So I feel like anything you want in life, you individually put the work into it, no matter what the circumstances are. And so for instance, yesterday I could have done a lot of other things, but because we're kind of in that time, ending my junior year, I really want to make sure academics and all my extracurriculars I'm doing to make myself competitive for my career, I'm trying to put that first right now. I'm putting the work towards that. So I just believe what I did yesterday kind of shows that whatever you really want in life, you will, if you really want it, you will put the work in for it.
For me personally, I think it's the social and family relationships I have, that I want to interact with people I love and just make them proud every day.
I honestly don't know. It's I don't have motivation to get up.
What do you look forward to?
Look forward to? Honestly, summer. I'm just sick of the semester this year. I just want it to be summer. I want to go back home to Turkey, eat some nice foods, some homemade, good food. I can't cook for shit. Just can't wait to go home.
Alright, yeah, I think that's why I get high, just because it gives me a sense of doing something with my life, and it helps me fill the time, and it makes me feel good about myself. Even though I've done nothing to feel good about, it just makes me feel good. But I feel like I can get that same pleasure out of just doing good work. So, I feel like getting high replaces that. So if I just do good work, then I don't need to get high. Caring, I don't know, about the future, like just caring about what happens next and working towards that. That's good work. You feel me? Anything that you do during the day to make your tomorrow better, that should be good work.
I guess if I guess I wake up in the morning because I mean I have responsibility and I feel like I'm being depended on by other people and I want to show up for them and I want to be involved in other people's lives. Like I don't know, like I'd say I'm pretty extroverted, so I get up in the morning to interact, I suppose, with other people and experience all that is happening in life, and I like all the twists and turns. I guess I wake up because I want to see what's coming next, not necessarily because I'm trying to get to somewhere or achieve something. I mean, like short-term goals, yes, I am trying to achieve things, but in terms of life having an inherent meaning, I don't think that there's any one reason why I'm on Earth. I think that I get up because I want to, essentially. I want to see what's next.
So the reason you get up in the morning is very other people driven, you'd say?
I feel like there is personal gain for what I get from other people. Does that make sense? Like I want to get up so that I can I suppose it is other people driven. Yeah. I mean, I have an internal responsibility to myself as well as other people, but I guess my motivation for getting up in the morning is to interact with those people so that I can see what's next. I love doing random things. I like to get in the car and just go and drive and go on adventures, even if it's just to Meyer. Like that's why I get up in the morning, because I enjoy being with people and seeing what they're doing and getting involved in that.
I learned in this video that my friends, the people that did believe that there was a meaning to human life and the people that didn't believe that there was a meaning to human life, had very similar day-to-day tasks. Like they all watched a lot of Netflix, they all hung out with friends, they all had responsibilities like going to work, they all interacted with other people. And their overall meaning to human life didn't change what their day-to-day tasks was. And I feel like this is significant because obviously all my friends go to Michigan State, all my friends are surrounded by the same people. So it tells me that the overall meaning to human life has less of an impact on what you're going to be doing than the environment that's surrounding you. So I'm inferring from that we go through everyday life completing different tasks, and we look at these different tasks and we say, oh, why am I doing this and this? Maybe it's because of this. We infer the meaning to human life based on everyday tasks that we do, not the other way around. The meaning to human life doesn't influence what we do every day. It's the environment around us. Like, if I were to do this project based on moms, let's say, their day-to-day life would be completely different, and their meaning to human life would probably be tied to their kids or family or husband, or making sure this person and this person is okay, or achieving as much as possible at work, when the people that I interviewed rarely ever mentioned work in their meaning to human life, or having kids, or getting married, because that's not where they are. That's not the environment that they're around. Their friends aren't having kids. They're not looking at other people and being like, oh, why am I not doing this and this? Because also another thing I noticed was the people who did give a reason for human life gave really vague answers, like to help other people, or they mentioned religion, something that you have to have faith in, something that you don't notice on the day-to-day, something that you were ingrained in as a kid, usually. Like, usually the religion you follow is the same religion that your parents had. So again, it's less of a meaning to human life and how you're raised, how your environment influences you, rather than the meaning of life itself. It's not an objective thing, it's a subjective thing. And you can tell that by all the different answers you get. Like, all of them are reduced down to either helping people or growing as a person, reaching their goals, or following God's path for them. But even the religious people, when you relate their day to day to their meaning to life, the religious people, even when you relate their day to day life with their meaning to human life, which is religious, they're kind of hesitating on the answers to that because they don't really know what God wants for them. So again, showing that the meaning to human life isn't really necessary for having a good life, you know? And another thing I notice is that human beings are inherently good people. All of their, or like at least their intentions are good. All of their meanings to human life, or what keeps them waking up in the morning, is helping other people, watching them grow, having responsibilities, and taking care of those responsibilities, and things of that nature. I also read a quote recently that I thought kind of related to this. One second. If you obsess over whether you are making the right decision, you are basically assuming that the universe will reward you for one thing and punish you for another. The universe has no fixed agenda. Once you make any decision, it works around that decision. There is no right or wrong, only a series of possibilities that shift with each thought, feeling, and action that you experience. I believe that this quote ties into a lot of what Camus was saying, how the universe is indifferent towards you. The way you live your life and whether you make this decision or this decision, the universe doesn't care. You know, like things will still keep going. Like, the universe will work around what you choose. They'll still make decisions based on what you choose. It's not the meaning of human life that is, you know, that is tying you down to what decisions you make, because the universe is indifferent towards you, I think is what that quote is saying, and I think Camus would agree with that. Yeah, that's about it.